Have you found a place to stay yet? Or are you still at your parents'? I'm just asking because I'm going to take Roy to see his parents next week. I was hoping you'd be out when we arrived, so there wouldn't be any awkwardness. Why haven't you found a place yet? Parents are not comfortable when you are still there.
I know. I'll leave as soon as I can, but it won't be easy. And I'm still stuck in the trouble that happened.
What do you mean? What trouble happened?
Well, the trouble is my little sister stole my fiancé. Or all the terrible things you accused me of doing to make me look bad and justify what you did. I'm just still in shock about everything.
Please, let's get over it. You are being treated like a villain because you are the villain here. Only people who know they have done wrong will complain about being unjustly accused.
That doesn't make any sense, Mila. What are you talking about?
I'm absolutely correct. I didn't force Roy to fall in love with me. It just happened. What can I do? You're too bad for him and always nag about responsibilities and other boring things. No wonder he doesn't really want to marry you.
Of course it's all your fault. You can fool others, but of all people you cannot fool me. You fell down the stairs yourself and then told everyone I pushed you. Although I was not near you at that time.
All I do is tell the truth. I sprained my ankle very badly that fall. It's heartless when you don't care at all.
Of course I care, but it was your carelessness that brought you down. And then you took advantage of the fact that there was no one around to blame me. I don't understand how my parents can believe such an obvious lie. And somehow, you were able to use it to turn me into a horrible person and take Roy away from me.
I'm not. Roy was mine by then. He loves me, so of course he's on my side. Is there something else you need me to explain to you? Looks like you have no one left to be with. You better disappear now, okay?
Trust me, I understand that. No one is willing to see the real you. What do you know? I'm so tired of this. I dragged my feet as I moved because I was hoping someone would wake up and realize what was going on. But I guess that won't happen. I'm going out of the house today. I can't handle any of your...
Very good.
You made it perfectly clear. There's not a single person I can rely on in my own family. No one can see the truth, even if it is right in front of them.
Sorry? That is rude. You pushed me down the stairs. They only treat you that way because you deserve it.
You can say whatever you want at this point. I'm leaving soon, so nothing you can say is important to me anymore. Say whatever your crazy mind comes up with. I'm packing up my things right now, so leave me alone.
2 hours later.
Hey, have you gone?
I made an appointment with an apartment manager to view an apartment.
Okay, good. Then you should go out early. It won't take long to clean up, right? It's not like you have anything of value to pack.
I packed everything I needed to bring, thanks to someone sneaking into my room and stealing a bunch of my stuff.
What? I'm not. I didn't steal anything. I just took what you said I could have. It's your fault for buying clothes and things that don't suit you. I am much more beautiful than you, so it makes sense for me to take it all from you.
I said someone stole from me. I have never accused you of anything.
Oh!
Thanks for the confirmation, though. I doubt it will change anything, but at least I have proof of your theft.
Oh my God, you are so annoying. You just need to leave.
I'm leaving now.
Good. I'm glad I don't have to deal with you anymore. In the end, nothing stood in my way.
Oh, one more thing, Mila. Roy has blocked my number, so I need you to text me.
What? What?
If he doesn't retrieve $1,000 he borrowed from me by the end of the month, I'll take him to court for it.
What? What, $3,000?
He already knows how to give me money, so if you can send him that text, that would be great. Think. If he has any questions, he can send them through you or unblock me and wonder.
Ridiculous. Why did he borrow your money? He works at a big company and earns a lot of money. You barely make a living. There is no way this is true. You're making up stories because you don't want to let him go.
I'm not, and I can prove it. I have a written promise from him to return it.
Yeah, whatever. You have nothing.
Look, I really don't care if you believe me or not. Just give him a message, okay? I'm sure he'll tell you why he borrowed money from me if you ask him.
I didn't tell him anything. Stop here. This is not a funny joke. It just makes you look desperate.
Whatever. It's up to you. I'm leaving now. I really hope I never have to go back. Bye, Mila.
Several months later.
Amity, guess? I have some great news. Roy proposed to me. Replied my message. You don't have to ignore me. It's so romantic, he proposed while we were walking together on the beach. The sun is setting, and it's perfect. It was the sweetest thing ever.
Oh, congratulations.
We started talking about the wedding. We are planning with a budget of about $50,000, perhaps a little more when all is said and done.
Really? I think you won't get that hope. That's a lot of money.
Please, you are just jealous.
No, I just know that he doesn't have that much money, and neither does our family.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Stop being such a demeaning person. I know what your negative attitude really is. Who cares that he had to borrow some money from you before? Now that is over, and his financial situation is very different from then. Besides, he told me that he returned your money a few days after I sent him your message.
All right. Well, I appreciate that you sent the message.
He told me that at first he only had to borrow from you because of some unexpected expenses. You are ruthless trying to get that money back. It just reveals how selfish you really are when you do such things.
That is absolutely not what happened. Look, Mila, all I wanted was a clean breakup between you and me, and I almost got it. I don't understand why you feel the need to brag to me about how happy you two are. You won. Leave me alone.
I apologize for assuming you wanted time to prepare for the wedding. I guess you love being blindsided by wedding invitations.
Are you serious right now? After all that's happened, I think I'll be the last person you want to invite to your wedding.
Of course I want you there. We are family. I'm not trying to brag about anything. I just wanted to share the news with my sister. I didn't want any drama if you found out from someone else, so I thought I'd tell you myself.
I wouldn't have started any drama regardless of how I found out. I told you, I just want to move on and heal after all this.
Okay, fine. Let's do it that way.
Do you need anything else?
Well, I guess not.
I have to go back to work.
God, really? Today is Saturday. Why are you working? Are you so poor that you have to do a side job or something? No wonder you ask Roy to give you that money.
I changed careers and entered the hospitality industry. Weekend is just another day for me now.
Oh, I didn't know you changed careers.
Thanks to you, I'm actually making quite a bit of money now. The salary here is higher than where I worked before, and I don't have to pay anything to my parents or help Roy anymore.
What do you mean, thank me?
Isn't it obvious? If you hadn't betrayed me, I wouldn't be here as I am now. I don't think there's anything else to do or say at this point. Goodbye.
Several months later,
How many reply to my messages now? I need you.
What do you want? I can't really talk. I'm at work right now.
Are you ready to congratulate me?
Congratulations? For what? Is your wedding coming up? I congratulated you for that?
Yes, it's next Sunday. You congratulated me when I told you that Roy proposed, but I wanted to talk to you about the wedding gift you gave us. We're sisters, so $50,000 would be the right amount to give us, I think.
I'm sorry, what now? Are you seriously asking me to give you $50,000? Have you lost your mind?
You are my big sister. You should want to help me in any way you can. You can't put a price tag on how much sisters mean to each other.
Wow, I don't even know where to start with all that. But I think I know what's going on here. You finally realize the financial situation you're in, right? You can't afford the big, expensive wedding you want, so you expect someone else to give you cash.
No, it's not like that.
You went bankrupt. Let's admit it.
It's not true. I have a little money.
No. You refuse to do anything other than a part-time job so you don't make much money. And what you earn, you'd rather spend on useless things and hang out than try to save. On top of that, your parents probably still give you pocket money whenever you ask for it. Although they really don't have the ability to do that. So you have no reason to try to save any money, right? And sure, Roy works for a big company, so you might think you can rely on him for money. But he's only a temporary employee. That won't last forever.
How do you know that?
Because I was engaged to him first. There's nothing about him that I don't know yet. I'm going to go out and say you've just discovered that temporary employees earn much less than permanent employees. That's why you suddenly asked for money before the wedding day. The reason he had to borrow money from me in the past was because he was temporarily laid off when the company downsized. He needs help just to make ends meet until he gets his next temporary job. I didn't expect him to be able to pay me off immediately after I told you about the debt. I wonder where he borrowed the money to do that.
He said he has money and he just forgot to give it back to you until I say something.
Sure he did. Back to people giving you money to pay for your wedding. You went into this with the assumption that he would pay for everything. But he got the impression that our parents would pay for the wedding because they tried to pretend they had money even though they didn't really. That's the way it is, isn't it?
Yes, but it's not my fault. I didn't know that Roy was just a temporary employee. I think he has a really good salary as a full-time employee, so I never doubted that he would be able to take the job. You are more to blame than me. Why didn't you tell me if you know he doesn't earn that much? I had no idea. I feel so lied.
I told you about it when I got engaged to him. And you and I have some mutual friends, so I'm sure they mentioned it at some point. No one tries to hide it from you. You just don't want to hear about it because it's inconvenient. I know I mentioned that to my parents, and I'm pretty sure you were there too. I told you we decided not to get married until he was offered a full-time job. But I guess you didn't listen because you planned to stab me in the back.
You should still tell me. I don't care if he chooses me over you. How can he let me think he has a well-paying job when he doesn't? That's basically like me being scammed? I didn't know I was with someone so poor he couldn't even afford a decent wedding.
You are a mature woman. Do you really need your sister to treat you like a baby and tell you every little thing? Neither Roy nor I have ever kept the status of our jobs a secret. If you really don't know, it's because you weren't paying attention.
You were trying to blame me. Why do you think like that?
If the two of you haven't had a conversation about this before, it's your problem. Not me, not my parents, no one. Only you. And you're the one who took him away from me in the first place. Anything that involves Roy becomes your problem when you do it. At that point, his problem is no longer my responsibility.
That doesn't change anything.
And on top of that, you accuse me of pushing you downstairs and making me a criminal. I was forced to move out because of you. There's no point in trying to put the blame on me. This is 100% your fault.
No, that's not it. You are also at fault.
In case it's not clear enough, I won't give you any money. Not for your wedding or any other reason.
No. Amity, please. I'm your sister. You should help me.
Even if I wanted to, I don't have that much money to throw around.
Please, I will do anything. If we cannot pay by Sunday, the wedding will have to be canceled. We've invited a lot of people already. It would be a shame to have to cancel at the last minute. Besides, I don't even have enough money for the cancellation fee if it gets to that point. We have nothing. Please help me even just once. You'll never have to hear from me again if you don't want to. If you help me, I will be a better sister. I promise. I will always be here for you. Please, Amity.
After that, Mila kept calling me and texting me afterwards. She even made our parents and Roy do the same. Mila argues that I shouldn't hold a grudge against her and should help her with the wedding expenses. Roy suggested we get back together, but then he had the audacity to ask me for money during a conversation. My parents asked me to come back home. But again, they also ask for money, so I don't believe they are really sincere. Since I switched to work in the hotel industry, it is true that I am making more money, but I still don't earn enough to pay Mila what she asked for, even if I wanted to. In the end, I had to change my phone number because they wouldn't stop harassing me for money. A friend of mine, who is also a friend of Roy's, told me that he had cut ties with his family when they found out what had happened. They don't like the idea of him trying to extort money from someone through marriage. In the end, I'm glad I didn't marry him and ended up having to rely on him for the rest of my life. I heard that they can only pay half of the wedding cancellation fee. My parents ended up selling their house for almost nothing. They couldn't do anything anymore. My parents and my sister moved in together in an apartment, but they argued almost every day. The neighbors are constantly complaining about them, so it is likely that they will be forced to move out again.
Hey Jolie, how's it going?
Not too bad, thanks. But I've been having a bit of a tough time with my twin brother lately. And how about you?
I'm doing okay, but what's been going on?
Well, our parents have always made us compete with each other for their attention and affection. It's really taken a toll on our relationship.
That sounds really tough. What kind of things do they make you compete over?
It's all kinds of things. For example, if one of us gets better grades at the end of the month, we get $100. And whenever we have sports games on the same day, our parents will go to the game of the twin that they like more at the moment. And it's only when we get good grades that our parents take care of us. I'm so tired of this.
Wow, that sounds really unfair. Have you tried talking to your parents about how this is affecting you and your brother?
Yeah, We've tried talking to them about it before, but they just don't seem to listen. They're so focused on competing with each other themselves that they don't see how it's hurting us. They say that capable people have no right to be interested in them.
That's really unfortunate. Have you and your brother talked about ways to improve your relationship despite your parents' behavior?
We have, but it's hard. Sometimes it feels like we're still competing with each other, even though we don't want to be.
I can imagine. Maybe it would be helpful for you and your brother to focus on your own individual.
I know this, but it's hard because I'm not good at school, so my parents won't pay attention to what I say.
But you're their child, so can they understand you?
Usually they don't care about my efforts, they only care about the results. Last week the results weren't good, so my parents didn't care about me, they ignored me and only cared about Dai. He won a scholarship, so his words to my parents are important.
Do you ever feel like our parents are constantly comparing us to each other and to you, our bro Dai?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's not just about grades or friends, it's everything. They always have a favorite and it changes all the time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Why don't you ask them to stop thinking nonsense just to satisfy their own satisfaction?
Ugh, it's so frustrating. Sometimes they talk about how much it hurts my feelings, and sometimes we end up arguing about it for hours. I get into arguments with Dai too. He always seems to be the golden child in their eyes, and it feels like I'm always playing catch-up.
It's not fair to any of you. That's bad, Jolie. Your parents are so bad, they treat you like a slave.
I can't tell my parents about this, it's really hard because they don't listen to me.
Maybe you and our bro should try to support each other rather than tear each other down.
Thanks, Clytus.
Hey Jolie, I need a favor from you.
Sure, what kind of favor?
Well, I was wondering if you would be interested in stealing $10,000 from parents' wallet. And if you do it, I'll split the money with you.
What? Are you crazy? Why would you even suggest something like that? That money is not something you can touch.
Look, I really need the money. The allowance my parents give me is just not enough. Do you really think that little money can satisfy me? You also know that a little money, it's as small as a fingernail, can't afford me enough to buy branded goods.
Fashionable clothes! How can you afford to buy?
How can you be so stupid? The scholarship amount, of course, but it's not enough for my upcoming purchase.
But I don't think you need to use those things.
Come on, my friends use it. I can't be like you, like a country girl who doesn't know what beautiful clothes are all day.
That's no excuse to steal money from them. You can't just take advantage of your parents like that.
I know, but I'm really desperate. And I trust you, Jolie. You're my little sis.
But what you said is impossible, it's not true, Dai. I will not support you.
Okay, so don't try to ask the people stuck in the family for money to buy new things. With your small mind like a mouse can never help you get what you want.
I'm sorry, Dai. But I can't help you with something like this. It's wrong and illegal. You should find another way to get the money you need.
You're stupid! Just admit it! Jolie! The money you have can help you buy many things. Don't you want this too? Stop staying home all day and claiming that you're fine while you're poor as dirt. Do you know what people say about you at school? It's really bothersome to me how cheap and unsophisticated you appear compared to my friends when people ask about you. If you had that kind of money, you should consider changing your dressing style, as it looks both unattractive and outdated.
You're insulting me. I never thought I would have a sibling like you. If you want to play around, fine. But trying to mock and insult me through your friends, is that really a good thing to do?
Who do you think you are, little sister? This is an order for you to do it.
I won't do it, but feel free to go tattle to Mom. Maybe she'll have some pity for you and give you $100.
What did you say? Huh? Shut your mouth. I'm your older sibling. Don't use that condescending tone with me, Jolie. Let me see who you'll go tattle to. I'm sure they'll listen to you. You don't have to try so hard because your pitiful achievements are just an embarrassment to this household. Nobody pays much attention to your efforts anyway.
No matter what you say, I won't help you with this foolishness. You think you're my older sibling and can order me around to do senseless things just because it serves your personal agenda? Think again! That's utterly ridiculous. I know everything you've hidden in the room, Di. You've been hiding cigarettes in the room, and I've stayed silent for a long time.
What? Are you threatening me, right? Fine then, so you'll help me with this, won't you? We'll split the money, considering that both you and I benefit from this trip.
No. I'm not going to help you with this. I don't want to get involved in this anymore, so please leave me alone. If you keep bothering me about this, I will tell our parents how you hide cigarettes.
Oh, I'm so scared now. Fine then. Whatever you want. But I have no idea what happened to you, Jolie.
It's up to you, Di. Di, did you do something sneaky behind my back?
What are you talking about? Please don't ask meaningless questions. I didn't do anything.
Do you believe that your words are disgusting? Di, I can't trust you. Mom found $10,000 in my room and she thinks I took it. Do you have any idea how that could have ended up there?
Huh? What are you talking about? I didn't take any money from Mom. Why would I do that?
Oh, come on, Di. You're the only other person who had access to my room besides me. I'm sure you know something about this.
I really don't. I swear. Why would I risk stealing money from our own mother? That's crazy.
Well, if you didn't take the money, then how did it end up in my room? Mom is furious with me and she thinks I'm lying to her. This is all your fault!
My fault? How can you say that? I didn't do anything wrong. Maybe someone else put the money in your room without us knowing.
Yeah, right. Like who? It doesn't make sense. You're just trying to cover your tracks.
No, Jolie, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know anything about the missing money. Maybe we should talk to Mom together and try to figure out what happened. LOL.
Ugh, fine. But if you're lying to me, you better watch out. I won't let you get away with this.
Is that so, Jolie? Didn't I already tell you? Go tell your mom. She'll probably understand and be sympathetic towards you. Wow. When you don't have anyone's support, it's quite depressing. It's a tragic tale. LOL.
Di, stop laugh! Did you take Mom's keys? Maybe use them to get into my room and leave the money there.
Well, Jolie, don't doubt without basis. Why would I do that? And even if I did have the keys, I wouldn't put money in your room without telling you. That's ridiculous.
But Mom's key is missing. How else could someone have gotten into my room?
It doesn't have to be me.
You're just trying to deny everything. I can't believe you would do this to me. This is so frustrating. I trusted you as my twin brother, but now I don't even know if I can trust you.
Hey! Stop it!
I can't believe our parents locked me up in a room and scolded me for an hour because they thought I stole this sum. Doesn't it seem unfair to treat me like that?
I didn't do anything. I'm not sure why they would accuse you of stealing.
Don't act so innocent. You have done what you must know. They think you're the good child who wouldn't steal, so they automatically assume I must be lying and trying to blame you. It's not fair. And on top of that, they called me a pervert.
Oh? Really? Well, pretty true, right?
That's what you tell me, after all this. The punishment for this story is getting our credit cards suspended for a month and not being able to use our phone for a year. Di, is this what you wanted? Isolation and bad-mouthing me to our parents is what you desire?
Why are you so stupid, Jolie? I've told you time and time again that no one in this house will listen to what you say, but you don't care. As long as you steal that money, I guarantee you'll live well, but you don't listen to me.
I cannot always listen to you doing bad things like a slave. Even if I agree to help you get that money, the truth will still reveal that I am just an accomplice.
Stop it. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Take your punishment.
I beg of you, please explain to my parents that these things are just your jokes and not real.
No, that will not happen. Enjoy it, little sister.
Die!
Hey, Jolie. I heard everything that happened with your family. I'm really sad to hear about it.
Yeah, it's been tough. Di really crossed the line and my parents just don't seem to get me.
If your phone was taken away, what would you use to communicate with everyone?
Luckily, I still have my laptop. My parents left it for me to study.
I can understand why you're frustrated. It's not fair that your brother treated you that way and your parents aren't listening to your ideas.
It's like they don't even care about what I have to say. I feel so trapped here.
I know it's hard, but have you considered moving to the dormitory? You won't have to deal with toxic things from your family and you'll have more freedom to pursue your goals.
I have thought about it, but I'm not ready yet. I haven't received a scholarship. And I can't afford to pay rent on my own.
Well, I might be able to help with that. I have an empty room in my family's house, and you can stay there until you win a scholarship. That way, you won't have to live with your toxic family and you can focus on your studies.
That's really kind of you, Clytus. But are you sure your family won't mind?
My family is very welcoming and they would be happy to have you. Plus, this way you can save up some money until you're able to move into the dormitory.
Thank you so much, Clytus. This means a lot to me. I'll definitely consider it.
Of course, Jolie. Just let me know if you need anything. We're friends and I want to support you in any way I can.
After a month, I was able to secure a scholarship with the help of Clytus and moved into the dormitory. Despite their change in attitude towards me, I still feel hurt by what happened because of my parents' behavior and my twin brother Di's childish actions. What should I do to let them know that their actions have caused me pain? Maybe they will change if I speak up. Hi Nova, are you coming to my wedding?
Of course I am. It's very important day of my brother. Why can I absent? It's going to be a really important day for the whole family. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
What?
Why are you so surprised like that? Do you want me to go?
It's just that you came home from Paris, so everyone will pay attention at you and you'll steal all the attention. I should take all the attraction because I'm the bride, the main character of the ceremony. I knew that you have always been a spoiled child, and if you go, everyone's eyes will only be on you. I don't want that happens.
No way. What are you talking about? I don't think that's going to happen.
I am talking with you in a very impolite way, so please listen to me. You know all I said is true, so just followed it. Do you remember on Tet holiday, whenever you're around everyone goes straight to you? You're just an attention seeker.
I don't mean to get everyone's attention. It might just be because everyone just wanted to ask me about the life in Paris. You know that's the land no one came.
Whatever, everyone is always glued to you and wants to talk.
I don't understand why you keep saying stuff like this as if it's my fault. I just do nothing.
It's going to be my wedding day, but the moment you show up will ruin everything. I'm sick of everyone idolizing you as if you were sort of celebrity. My wedding day should only be about me. I am the queen with the crowd who can take the attention of everyone. I'm obviously cuter than you are.
I don't know, I don't really think people idolize me as you say. I think you are looking too much into this. It's really not like that. Everyone talked to you a lot too. Do you recognize it?
Really? Do you think so?
Yes, my dad told me that he was sad that you and I don't get along. You can see every sister-in-law have the good term with her husband's sister. I want to be on the good rapport with you too. So don't make my wish harder by told me doing that strange thing. There is no sister who doesn't come to her brother wedding. I think we should put the differences aside for the wedding day for the sake of our family. You know there was a lot of people there, so I don't think everyone there will be staring at me.
Yeah, that's right. I am greater than you are. And I will be an amazing wedding ever. No one will have any interest in you.
Yes, no one will even be looking at me. You and my brother are getting married. It's a biggest meaningful day for the both of you. I'm excited to go.
That's the reason why I am told you not to come. I knew this was going to happen all along. I need you to go home. You're so full of yourself, I can see everything.
Why? What's wrong with you, Helen? Isn't the wedding going to start soon? I don't want to miss it. This is the day my brother has his own small family. I have to go.
But I don't want you here after all. Are you understand what I said? Everything has been ruined because everyone would rather spoiled you. Mom and Dad will be very happy because you come. My mood and the wedding day feel completely ruined with you being here. Can't you see how much of a nuisance you are?
But I didn't do anything. Did something happen that I don't know about?
I heard and saw everything.
What do you mean by this?
It seems like you and my parents are on good terms with each other. What do you plan on doing?
I just can't understand what you think on your mind. I am not planning anything. Having a good rapport with each other is a good thing. I don't understand why you can take it as a problem. I'm not planning anything. They just came up to me and started talking to me. That's all.
You're such a liar. I knew that you would start deceiving people with that fake ugly smile of yours as soon as you got the chance. And then you told them some flattery. My parents are not yours. Maybe your parents spoiled you and give you all the thing. They use all their money for you to go study abroad, especially go to Paris, a very expensive city. But my parents are not yours. Don't ever think about take their attention and get the profit from them. I can't make it happen.
I only just met them and exchanged a few words. Nothing more than that. I have enough money to living. I also do a part-time job. I don't have to deceive anyone.
All you do is suck people into liking you. Just let me have this and stay out of it. I know your plan is to hog all the attention of both our parents and then they will give you some money. Do you plan on just stealing everything from me?
What are you talking about? I have no ill intentions. All I did was say hi to your parents and had a short conversation. I can't believe you hate me like that.
I don't believe in a word you are saying. Why did you have to compare you and me to my parents? Also, this is my wedding and I'm dressed up in my wedding dress and look the prestiest I ever have in my life.
I also want to see how beautiful you are on that day. So please don't force me to stay at home. I really want to come.
But I know I will wear a super high-end dress and my parents saying how cute you looked in your dress instead. How dare you? That comparison shouldn't even have been made. I don't want to hear the compliment of people in my own wedding. You all should talk about me. Not in your dress.
Why would we even compare you to anyone at your own wedding? We all think you look stunning. And Noon can't take her eyes from you.
No. I only kept hearing how good and cute you are. Not once did I hear about me and my dress. Everyone is clearly comparing you to me. Do you actually think you are cuter than me?
I think you really misunderstood our conversation. Please don't misunderstand.
I should be the one being spoiled. This is one and only special day. You're such an eyesore. Just disappear.
I don't want to have a bad argue with you. Don't bother me anymore. I can't believe that you're that kind of person. How can you boost your value by look down on the other people? I think marrying a person like you is a wrong choice of my brother. I will told this to my parents.
See? I know you are a bad lady. It's not wrong. All I have told about you is all true. Put your fake face down and let's everyone know about the bad personality behind that cute fake face. Once you are not out of my sight for good, I'll finally be happy for it. You are so rude and awful, just get lost.
Okay, but I don't want my parents sad because of seeing us combat each other like this. Can we just start over?
I could care less. I have wanted you gone from the start.
I know that. Can we please just ET along? I am willing to try.
Stop acting so self-righteous. All because you have good education and work for a hotshot company in a big city. You think you can keep taking everything else from me?
I am not trying to take anything from you. My life is fulfilled. I don't need anything else, especially from others' life.
Yes, you are, and I know it. You are playing the role of the good and obedient child that everyone loves, and I find it so repulsive. You try so hard to flatter everyone around you, and now you are doing it to my parents. You made me sick.
Hey, you are older than me. You are my sister-in-law, aren't you? I know that you hate me from the bottom of your heart. But let's try to stay calm and deal with this situation as adults, can you? I don't want to cause a sense between the two of us.
I don't need to sit here and listen to someone younger than me who thinks they are all that to lecture me. I already gave you instructions on how this situation can be handled. I told you to leave several times. So leave!
Okay, I understand, but I am not sure I can keep this as a secret between us. If you are really that upset to keep insulting me like that, then I guess I have no choice.
At the end you were leaving, so why don't you leave much more sooner?
Are you sure this is what you want? I will leave now because this is your wedding, but in the future I expect you to treat me differently. I want to be more polite when speaking to me next time we see each other.
It doesn't matter to M. I don't plan on seeing you ever again after this.
I plan on never seeing you again either. I think it will be for the best after all of the things you have said to me. With that settled, goodbye. On wedding day.
Hey! No one is here. The whole place is empty. Where did everyone go? Was this your doing? Did you do something? This all has to be because of something you did.
I only did exactly as you said. But I have told Mom and Dad about all thing you said to me. They thought it's a wrong choice for let you be the member of our family. So everyone come to their home. And there won't be any wedding ceremony.
You took everyone with you?
When I said that I was leaving, everyone else decided to leave too.
What's with that? That doesn't make any sense. This is my wedding, why can you do that? I can understand if your parents decided to leave with you, but why everyone? Even my husband?
I wonder why. I guess since I decided to leave, they wanted to leave too.
They listened to you just because they all always spoiled you.
In the end, why can't you realize you fault? And you just put everything on me? Look back to yourself and consider it's true or false.
I knew that you would eventually steal everyone away from me. It was only a matter of time. Even thought I loved everyone and they are so important to me. Everyone was supposed to love me too. Not you. One day, I'll take everyone back, you'll see.
Helen, I think you aren't understanding everything that just happened clearly. You think that everyone liked me instead of you isn't the problem here. The reason why they left was because of your acting the way that you are. Your behavior towards me was your own downfall.
I'm the victim here.
You really disappointed my brother too.
Why?
He loves me when I was a kid and he wanted to marry a person who can be my sister. He always dreamed of having a loving wife and family. He said that he can't marry someone who treats his little sister that way.
Why everything comes so suddenly? I can't accept it.
But you have to, he already made his decision. The wedding will never happen no matter how long you sit there and beg everyone come back to you.
What about all the money I spent on this wedding? Is that all just going to waste?
It's all my family money, so we can choose what to do with it.
How could my own parents and family agree with you and just leave me here alone on my wedding day during the Seder?
You know, they can't spoiled you anymore. They just couldn't understand the behavior you were exhibiting to me. They were at a loss for words at what you were saying to me. You were always causing trouble for them in school because of how you treated the other girl in the class. You are the bully. My brother was so shocked when he knew that. Now everything can't change, please accept the truth and give me peaceful. My brother think that you are really selfish and rude.
I didn't mean it like that. It was a mistake and it all just came out wrong. I'm just really upset right now. I really didn't mean it. I swear.
Don't talk to me. You need to say sorry to your parents and my brother. They are hurted. I think they deserve an explanation.
No, I just want my husband and wedding back. Your brother told me that the wedding was seriously canceled and that I need to go home. Did everyone really have to take it this far?
Of course, everyone is upset. He is angry at your lack of common sense and the situation you put yourself in. You can't even see what you did wrong. You're jealously just took over everything that you've had. That's all. You know, you have lost your control and everyone can easily see that you cray about my family's money and just want to live an easy life. But you know Noon want to marry a lazy person a though you are hot, young and beautiful. Beauty can disappear by the time but knowledge and personality is persistent. But that's the thing you're lack of. So this is all the thing that I have to tell and explain to you. I don't hate you, I hope you can take the lesson and be a better person in the future. And you need to think about your parents too, the one who always love you and forgive you.
I am aware. I will plan on finding a job soon and I will be very busy in the future.
Good to hear that. Every parent wants their child to work and be independent. I'm telling you this because of your reliance on my brother. So I think you know what's wrong and I think you can get better. Fighting.
Thank for your advice. I talked with Helen's parents again because they were so sorry about how she treated me, but I assured them that this wasn't their fault at all. They seemed really embarrassed, but I don't blame them for anything. Hey Kane. I heard the message you left on my answering machine. What do you mean you want to split up? What's up with you?
It makes no difference what's going on. I'm just informing you that we're splitting up. It's over. Who cares about the reasons?
Of course, I'm concerned. We recently got engaged. You just met my folks. Then you decide to split up? Of course, I want to know what's going on.
It's because of this.
Huh?
If you really want to know, I'll tell you. It's because we went to your parents' place. Being there made me realize that I needed to end my relationship with you.
I don't get it. What made you want to call off our engagement after meeting my parents?
Your parents are a bunch of jerks. Duh!
What?
You described growing up in a rural area. But I never imagined it was that far away. You have no neighbors. It took me 7 hours to get there in all. Every time we visit, I don't want to drive 4 hours after a 4-hour plane flight. It's absurd!
Wait, what? So it's all about the distance?
That's not everything. Everyone speaks with a Midwest accent. I scarcely understand what they're saying. That isn't proper English.
Kane, your English is perfect.
Anyway, it's simply too backwards for me. I've lived my entire life in the city, and I just can't stand it. If we got married, I'd have to travel to yokel country every year. I'm not going to put myself through that.
That's not fair, Kane. My mom and brothers greeted you warmly. Because it's so far away, they even stated we didn't have to come every year.
Quit talking! No way! You just aren't good enough for me.
Huh?
Come on, now. Take a look at my house. For Pete's sake, it's called Millionaire's Row. We're from different classes. We shouldn't be together.
Kane, how stupid can you be? You consider yourself sophisticated because you live in a city?
Not to think. I am aware of that. I was born and raised here. New York! New York! I'm a true city boy. In contrast to you. So forget about the engagement. You're a level higher if you marry someone more. Maybe a cousin?
That's okay. After hearing all of that, I'm not sure I want to marry you. The engagement is over. Please don't contact me again.
Why would I want to chat to a country bumpkin? You look so cool kicking butt at work, and you managed to keep your accent hidden. It was disgusting. I should have recorded myself and displayed it to everyone in the office.
You know what the worst part about dating a coworker is? Having to put up with immature, dumb ex-partners. All right. As a result, we'll be coworkers in the same office from now on. Simply stay in your lane and don't bother me.
Doris, I believe you have heard from your supervisor, but I'd like to inform you as well. I'm leaving. I'm going to be married. I'll be departing at the end of this month. Thank you so much for everything.
I just heard. Congratulations. I had no idea you were dating someone.
Actually, he prefers to keep it a secret, but I'm going to tell you anyway because you're my coworker's sister. In sales, I'm marrying Kane.
What?
So, please don't think of me as your sister any longer. Consider me the lady Kane chose over you. Doris, I really appreciate it. Kane and I met because you got dumped by him. So thank you for getting dumped. Ha ha ha.
Wait. Wait a second. So you knew I was dating Kane? We didn't inform anyone at work.
Of course I knew. Kane told me explicitly, stupid.
Sorry if this is too direct, but you should not marry Kane. Kane and I recently broke up last month. He's not the kind to date for a month and then commit like that.
Oh, Doris. I believe you're perplexed. I didn't say we were only together for a month.
Huh?
You're as slow as a cow, exactly like Kane said. You're a bumpkin stereotype. I've been with Kane for a year.
Please excuse me?
I knew he was with you, and I also knew about the engagement. But what can I say? I fell in love with him. So I was with him anyway, even if I was only his second girlfriend after you. Doris, you and some others blew it. It's the single nicest thing that has ever occurred to me. I can finally marry the man I adore.
No. It can't be. So he had been cheating on me for a year? With a girl in the same office?
Kane is the team's leading salesperson. And you're renowned as the office's best worker. I felt I'd never have a chance because it appeared like a perfect match. But Kane chose me in the end.
I suppose so. I had no idea things would turn out this way.
Doris, I learned about you from Kane. You're from nowhere, it stinks like cow excrement, and when you go back home, you talk with a strange hillbilly accent. I can't believe I admired a redneck hick like you. I assumed you were from the city, like I am. How disheartening.
What difference does it make where I'm from?
Of course, where you come from is essential. A rustic pumpkin is never going to be elegant. You know, you can't purchase taste or class. Those are characteristics that you are born with.
So you think snatching a colleague's fiancé is classy? Are you a sophisticated city girl?
Completely. Born in New York and raised in New York. Tribeca is where I grew up. Do you even understand what that implies in terms of my background?
Isn't this a wealthy neighborhood?
Very wealthy. There is someone for everyone. Growing up in such surroundings, they grew up with elegance and class.
Perhaps you were born in a Tribeca ditch. That would be appropriate for your personality.
Huh? You're from a backwards place, and you're going to mock me? Do you believe a farmer can talk to me like that? I'm sure you sent a horse to school.
Do you believe that coming from the rural is inferior? You're the one who is backwards.
That is why you aren't a good fit for Kane. A rustic redneck is unfit to marry Kane, a smart city lad. So, please go out of the city where you clearly do not belong and leave us to our glamorous lives.
You're the one leaving. You'll need a snob.
What?
Oh, no. My language is being influenced by my conversation with a scumbag. I probably shouldn't be talking about ditch babies too much.
What?
So, I'm afraid I'll have to let you go. Congratulations on your scumbag marriage. I doubt either of you will have a glamorous city future, but best of luck with everything.
Doris! Emergency! Help! The corporation has decided to relocate Kane to Minnesota.
Oh! Congratulations. I suppose you'll be going with him when you retire and marry. I hope you two had a good time in Minnesota.
I'm not going to appreciate life in the country.
That could be correct. It will shortly begin to snow. The winters there are brutal. Please take care of yourself.
No! You mentioned that I was on my way out yesterday. Were you aware of this?
I wouldn't say I was aware. I believe I had a hunch.
What do you mean by a hunch? How did you find out about the relocation? Why would they do something like this? Kane has the most impressive sales statistics. Why is he being deported to the outback? It's illogical.
You two are the ones who are illogical.
Huh?
People are judged and labeled as classy or inferior based on where they were born or grew up. I can't believe people think like that.
But it's correct. We are from the never-sleeping city. It's the world's business center.
You are aware that many New Yorkers come from outside the city. Our company employs more than half of its workforce from outside of the state.
What is the main point? The pumpkin can be taken out of the country, but the country cannot be taken out of the pumpkin. They are simply low-wage employees who have to relocate to the city in order to find job.
Right. Can you say that in front of the company's president? He is originally from Minnesota.
What?
He is, indeed, from Minnesota. You didn't realize that? Kansas is the state of the vice president. In addition, I believe the senior managing director is from Nebraska.
Isn't anyone from New York?
In high management, no. So I have a question for you. What is a sophisticated city girl doing working for such a deplorable, outdated company? The managers are all country bumpkins who move to the city in search of work. Oh, and you may not realize that because you're from here, but our company has several groups that meet based on their location. Minnesota Mixer and Kansas Club are two examples.
What? That is something I've never heard of.
We actually had a Minnesota Mixer the other day. The president personally showed up.
Did you inform the president about me?
I wasn't required to inform him. He was well aware.
What?
Lonnie, news spreads quickly in the country. He'd heard through the grapevine that I'd brought Kane to meet my folks. He appears to have a friend who lives near my parents' home.
What the heck is going on? That's insane.
I'm aware. But that's the thing about country folk, we're all connected by chance. The president was so pleased for us that he paid for everyone's dinner in honor of our engagement. Then Kane called off the engagement. I felt terrible about the whole incident, so I had to apologize to everyone and inform them that the wedding had been cancelled.
Everyone? Even the president?
Yes, of course. He was irritated since he is quite proud of his rustic country origins. So I had a feeling he'd do something like this.
We were sent to Minnesota solely for that purpose.
Just look it up for a time and you'll be allowed to return. Consider it a personal development journey.
The issue is that we can't return immediately away. It's the longest relocation order in the company's history. 5 years. Doris, he told us not to return for 5 years.
What?
How will we survive? We were both born and reared in the city. We can't live in some uneducated rural hick town in Minnesota.
You'll be all right, Lonnie. Grab a Juicy Lucy and some cheese curds and the time will fly by, don't you think? Best wishes to you both.
No! What kind of wedding gift is this? My life is ruined.
Please, Doris. Come along with me while I relocate. Of course, as my wife.
Huh?
You're my only option. Doris, marry me.
What's the matter with you? You have a sophisticated, classy, and attractive Tribeca City girl, don't you?
Lonnie abandoned me. She refused to relocate to the middle of nowhere, so she dumped me.
Oh. You don't say anything.
I'm going to have to go it alone. I've never shoveled snow, and their accents seem foreign to me. Doris, you're the only one who can help me. You're the only person who can help me get through this.
That is not my concern. The president directed you to relocate, not me.
But Doris, I recently completed my first Zoom meeting with the Minnesota office, and they're all aware of what transpired between us. I'm screwed if I show up without you.
You've got to be kidding.
I was speaking with one of the men at the Minnesota office. Your grandfather is apparently a large landowner in that area. They know I went there after the engagement to meet your folks. So they continue to congratulate me on our marriage.
Word spreads quickly. I know it'll be difficult, but please inform everyone about what happened and tell them that I have nothing to do with you anymore.
How am I going to go about doing that? They'll have lunch with me. They're all friendly to me since they think I'm marrying into a wealthy family. Even the branch manager is looking down on me.
Oh, I believe the branch manager is acquainted with my grandfather.
I'm not going to be able to tell them all what happened. Please, please, please marry me. I need to make this a reality or I'll be in big danger.
As I already stated, it is not my concern. Stop attempting to entangle me in this. Remember how we broke up?
Doris, don't be so chilly. I know you want to spend time with me. Come back to me and stop acting tough. This time I'll marry you for real.
Aw.
Please get married to me. I can't go to that office without you.
I can't. In fact, I'm already married.
Give me a minute.
Our engagement ended the moment I told my mom. And she quickly matched me with her friend's son. He, too, lives in the metropolis.
What? So you got married to him? Already?
Yeah. He never dismisses my family. He understands the advantages and disadvantages of city and country living. He's also a lot of fun to be around. Oh, and he finds my accent endearing.
Okay, I see. I'll never mock people from the countryside. I'm not going to giggle at your accent anymore. So just don't desert me.
You're the one who dumped me. Don't play the victim.
Doris, so you're going to abandon me in Minnesota for 5 years? 5 years away from the city. That's longer than the Olympics.
Who told you you'd be back at headquarters in 5 years?
What do you mean?
I heard you'll be transferred from regional office to regional office after Minnesota. From Kentucky to Iowa.
What?
Officially, it's because your sales numbers are excellent, despite your heinous personality. So it's to enhance sales in the regional offices.
What about unofficially?
I'd say retaliation for disrespecting good-natured country folk.
This cannot be happening.
You'll be all right. Country living is lovely. Kane, enjoy the slow life. Bye. The story of our engagement being called off, as well as Kane's numerous obscenities directed at people from the country, eventually traveled through the rumor mill. As a result, everyone at the regional office in Minnesota was naturally disappointed to see him. They've been hostile and critical of his every move at work. I'm not sure if Lonnie is aware of any of this. But, speaking of Lonnie, she discovered that growing up in Tribeca was a bit of a stretch. She slept in a friend's apartment for a month, according to a coworker, and has been talking about growing up there ever since.
Hey Laura, I have good news to tell you.
You can't guess what happened.
Oh, just tell me what is that? I've just returned from the hospital. Luckily, I'm the match for Adrian. I can give Adrian a blood donation. Oh, I knew that. But are you certain you can go through with it? What do you mean? I'm willing to do so, no matter how hard it is. We've been struggling to find a donor for him, you know. None in his family has the same blood type as him. And doctors say that blood type is extremely rare.
Of course, I'm happy for you. But what if his surgery is not successful? And are you two still planning to get married later this year?
Yeah, we called off the wedding when he got sick. But we've been together for more than 5 years. I'm really looking forward to a happy ending.
Maybe take your time before diving back into wedding plans. The surgery fees will surely be too much.
Don't worry too much, Laura. I'm confident things will go smoothly with the assistance from our families. Plus, you have a chance to put on that amazing dress we picked out for you.
Sounds great.
Are you happy with that? You don't seem as excited as I am about this.
I'm good. Just a long day. And Adrian told me before. Wait, I need to tell you something.
Sure. Tell me what you want to say.
Just casual stuff. How's Adrian doing?
He felt better when hearing he was about to have surgery. And he is super thrilled about the wedding. He thinks it's like a second shot at happiness.
That's wonderful. I'm genuinely happy for you, Angela.
Thank you, Laura. I'm also happy to share everything with you. You can confide in me about anything, right?
Of course. We've been friends for over 10 years. Nothing can shake our bond.
2 days later. Please tell me that the person I saw in this room wasn't you. Tell me it wasn't you who fled upon spotting me.
What are you saying? I've been at home all day.
That's why you are unhappy about me marrying him, right? Laura, tell me that you haven't been involved with Adrian.
How do you even know that?
Don't even consider deceiving me. He disclosed everything to me. I suspected something was going on between the two of you. But I didn't think both of you cheated on me.
What did he say? Hey, listen to me. It was Adrian who flirted me first.
Laura, you were the one who introduced us in the first place.
Well, now, the heart desires what it desires. Adrian and I are compatible in everything. I think I should tell you the truth, Angela.
The truth? What's the truth?
The man waited 5 years to marry you. I just do not think you're compatible.
My goodness! I don't know what I should do now, whether laughing or crying. How can I believe this? In what world does betraying 10 years of friendship for a man seem logical?
It's not my fault. You should ask your fiancé. I mean, you've been neglecting yourself lately. You're supposed to be getting married, but I'm not sure your dress will fit. You do not know how to take care of yourself.
Stop it, Laura. It's enough. You're well aware of how insecure I am about my weight. Do you remember that? You've constantly reassured me that I look fine.
Honestly, I've been lying to satisfy your feelings, but it's tiring to always play the supporting role in your life. I'm constantly helping you with your love life and self-esteem matters.
How long has this been happening?
For 2 years.
You were deceiving me, but you still let him propose to me. How could you do that to me? I confided you when I suspected he was hiding some things. Instead of listening to me, you made me believe I was the one overreacting. What kind of friend is that?
I'm the friend who's tired of always being the third wheel in your relationship. But you know what? Adrian treated me like a princess. Oh, he's so romantic. I think he never did those kinds of stuff for you.
So, you decided to take my man to prove a point.
Honey, he's not your man.
What? He's our man?
Let Adrian choose.
I'm not wasting any more time with you and Adrian. Both of you are disgusting. By the way, I need to tell you something.
Don't tell me silly things like leaving him.
He told me you meant nothing to him and broke up with you.
No way. He loves me.
If he loved you, he would have dumped me a long time ago. He said that you kept pursuing him, even though he wanted to focus on us.
No, you lied to me. I know how hard he had to go through to keep our relationship. But, wait, what were you doing at the hospital at that hour? You usually visit in the mornings. The nurses said they saw a girl who looked a lot like me entering his room late at night.
I couldn't believe it when they told me. I thought he was loyal. 5 years together, and I never saw him look at another woman other than me. But I was curious. I went to the hospital at night, and I saw you in his room.
You're crazy. This is what Adrian meant. You're so clingy.
I am his fiancée. I have every right to be. Especially with snakes like you around him. Never mind. I hope you two have a nice life. Maybe you'll have little baby snakes together.
But what about the blood donation? You can't be thinking of backing out. He'll die. Answer me.
A few days later. Stop loitering around my house. So, you thought setting his entire family against me would make a difference? I've already spoken to his doctor. I'm not giving the blood donation. I'm not the one saving his life. Maybe you can be the savior.
You know, I wasn't a match.
It's ridiculous how much your claims of being more compatible with him. Look, I won't donate my blood to save him just so you and he can have a happy ending.
Without your blood donation, he won't survive. You'll be the cause of his death. You need to reconsider. His condition is deteriorating, and there's no hope.
I don't want him to die. But please respect my decision. From the moment I knew Adrian cheated on me, he meant nothing to me. No amount of threats or insults from his family will change my mind. You got it?
I thought you loved him. He doesn't deserve to die. Angela, you used to love Adrian. You can't abandon him in his time of need. You owe us that much. Your selfishness will haunt you for life if you don't change. Just one more time. Think of our friendship for a decade, Angela.
No, I made my decision. You cannot change my mind. Don't act superior to me. I lost 2 loved ones in one day. Don't claim I owe you this.
I love him more than you do. I'll force you to donate, even if you resist.
My family knows, and they'll protect me. If anything happens to me, you and his family will spend your lives in jail. Don't force me to do anything. I don't owe you anything. Please, leave me alone.
I can't believe a heartless person like you was one of my friends. You won't set aside your feelings to help a man who stood by you for 5 years.
3 years.
What? How could it be just 3 years?
He was loyal to me for 3 years. After that, I owe nothing. The other 2 years he spent with another woman. I've been stressed and crying all year because of him. I lost him 2 years ago.
You see, you're already treating him like he's dead.
Both of you are dead to me. A week later. Hey, Laura, tell Adrian's family that if I see them at my workplace ever again, I will call the police. They're making me uncomfortable. Every day, I have to hide from them like a criminal.
Tell them yourself. We almost lost him last night. I stayed at the hospital until early this morning. How can you be so heartless?
I believe if you make an effort, you can find another donor for him. I'm sorry, but please respect my decision and leave me alone.
If he passes away, it's your fault.
A year later.
It was so bad. You didn't even ask me about Adrian's condition. He wishes to meet you, but he's uncertain when he'll recover. I'm unsure why he has any intentions involving you, but I wanted to transfer his message to you.
What'd you do that for?
I'm not sure, but don't even think about rekindling with him. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
No need. I have no intention of going there. 5 days later.
I wish you burn in hell.
What are you saying, Laura? You are insulting me.
He's gone. He passed away today. It's all your fault.
Laura, don't blame all the things to me.
I'm sure you're happy now, aren't you?
Laura, I'm sorry for your loss. I know it's hard to accept the truth, but maybe he's in a better place now.
You pretentious person. No, you don't get to apologize. You killed him.
Trust me, I'm not rejoicing in his death, even if it feels that way.
You're a murderer. It was your chance to save him, and you chose not to. He was sick, and the hospital couldn't find a suitable blood type for him. You could help him, but you refused.
Look, even though you betrayed me, I'm here if you need someone to talk to.
I didn't want someone to talk to. He proposed to me, and we were going to get married. But he was gone before we married. He left me alone. Don't show up at his funeral. His mother doesn't want to see you.
That's her choice, and I'll respect it.
You didn't visit him during his last moments? How can you disregard a dying person's wishes?
Hey, I'm already getting hell from his family members. I don't need more from you. It was my fault. Death comes for us all. You can't start spreading rumors about me that aren't true. You and his family need to stop blaming me for his death.
This is the truth. You're a murderer, heartless. Let's see. Who will be willing to date you again? You'll end up alone.
It's enough, Laura. It's exceeding my limits.
No one will love such an ugly witch like you.
You go too far, Laura. I won't tolerate being insulted. I'll call the cops if you insult me anymore.
Don't show up at the funeral, or I'll ensure you regret it.
Goodbye. I should have blocked you long ago. I hope one day you comprehend the pain caused by both of you and understand why I couldn't make that sacrifice for him.